Hello everybody, my name is Sylvain Rochon and I'm here to change lives using technology. So my intro is a little bit different. Actually, because I'm doing something very different today, I wanted to do something very short. We're not talking about technology, we're not talking about science or advancements or updates. What I want to do is I want to tell you a little bit about an experiment. So this is my experiment on meditation and the effects of meditation. A social experiment, if you will. There's a few things that we know. One, there's a couple of dozen experiments where, so I will talk about experiments, I suppose. I can't help myself. Where people that meditate, essentially meditation is exercise. So it requires concentration, and usually concentration on a certain subject or feeling, emotion, sometimes emptiness, that sort of thing. And if it's done with numerous people, then everybody's thinking in the same direction or feeling the same things and so on and so forth. And these experiments were especially focused at seeing if a bunch of people of critical mass would have an effect if they all thought the same way, which is meditating. In this case, peace, harmony, contentment, positive things. If they all thought the same way on a regular basis over, the experiments were varied, but typically was a number of days and so on in certain cities, see if it would reduce the level of aggressivity in the city. And the way they measured it was using criminal rates from past years and before and after the experiment and that kind of thing. And the effects were very revealing. There was a significant difference in emotionality in the city itself. So these are a small group of individuals. People didn't know they were doing it, but they were meditating and thinking about good stuff, positive things, and really feeling it together. Nobody knew they were there, and yet it had an impact in the city, and the people kind of calmed down, were less aggressive, feeling better, so there was less crime rate. And the rates typically were reduced by about 20% versus previous years or previous periods. And that's a huge difference. We have no idea why this happens, but what we do know is that this kind of thinking or meditation does have an impact beyond the walls. So, in this world where things are really funky and there's a lot of aggressivity still, and there are wars kind of fuming, there's North Korea, there's the Americans, and there's Afghanistan, and there's a bunch of stuff going on. People feel powerless about doing anything because we depend on the governments and militaries and organizations to actually be active and do something. But based on research of thought and meditation, we actually can do something. Because the locations, being together, being disjointed, it doesn't really matter. It's a question of the amount of people that are focusing on the same thing in a reasonably same amount of time, and it impacts other people. It's kind of a similar thing as when you're kind of having fun in a room at a party, and then somebody comes in that is really in a terrible mood. You can feel it in the air. It's something like that. And of course, the opposite is the same. If it's kind of neutral, and then you have the party animal that comes in that's super, super positive, everybody kind of feels it. It's that kind of deal going on. And sometimes you don't even know the person's there, but you still feel it. I mean, there's connections between brains that we don't really understand through wavelengths and whatnot. So what I've been doing, and this is going to be day 6, I've been doing these meditations. It's basically, I'm going to put up the link in the description, but I'm doing a 1 minute for peace. So, and there's a lot of people that are doing it in my philosophy, and other people are doing it around the world. You don't need to be associated with anybody. But I'm just taking 1 minute every day, and I'm recording this usually by picture, Twitter, Facebook, and these kind of deals. And I'm doing it. I'm just simply doing it, and I'm inviting other people to do it. And over the past week, what I've noticed, a lot of people were actually liking my posts on Facebook, just posting a picture of me meditating and telling hashtag 1 minute for peace kind of deal. But I'm assuming some of them probably just, after seeing this in social media, I'm looking at like a few dozen people per post. They're probably just stopping and taking the minute and just taking a breath and thinking about really peaceful thoughts and peace on earth, these kind of deals. So if we can, as individuals, if I can do this and influence a few other people into doing it, if more people actually do it, we're influencing a geometric number of individuals towards thinking about peace, and that creates that momentum that would create that effect that I just mentioned that is illustrated in the research. So I'm inviting you all to, at a minor scale, if you want to just take a minute with me now during the video while you're watching, terrific. But I would challenge you, those of you who want to change things, take the challenge of doing it every day, recording it. Like, take a picture of yourself or where you are, whatever, and posting it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media you want, and just propagate it. And that's going to stimulate other people into doing it. And use the hashtag 1 minute for peace. Again, that's all in the down below in the description. Do that. Help me out. And maybe we can spread something really awesome. I'm also posting a link to the weekly meditation for peace that I participate in with others. There's like 100 people or more that are joining in. It's an online, so it's guided, easy peasy. Do it. Again, the more people that do it at the same time, the better. And the internet is the way we can communicate with each other. You just do it whenever you want, wherever you want. It's a minute of silence. So let's do it together now. All you need to do is close your eyes, kind of focus on peaceful thoughts, and imagine the world being a peaceful place where everybody has whatever they need. Nobody's angry, everybody's happy. And just picture that in your mind, and just do that for a minute. Do it now. Believe it or not, that's it. That's all you need to do. Let's bring this viral and let's change the planet. Let's not be powerless. Just do it as many times as you want, as you can, no problem. And let other people know that you are doing it. And some of them will follow without you putting any extra effort. It's great. Anyway, I'm going to be on holidays for 2 weeks, so you won't have any other videos for until approximately the 15th. We're going to go back to the technical videos, but I will be posting my meditations to kind of keep track of how long I can do it and how many people are following and doing things. And please feel free to comment and share your ideas and your thoughts about all this. I'm always open, and I would love to have a peaceful army of thinkers that are ready to change the world in their daily lives every day. Ciao. Have a good one.